I'll remind you, Mr. Wallace, that you are under oath. Then I'd be like, Santa's not real. Gasp from the crowd. Single tear rolling down the child's eye. She doesn't even care that Daddy's going away for murder. She just cares that he killed Santa Claus. Oh, it's a double homicide now.
And whose team is this? Is this your team? Or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to Dad Mode Podcast. Common sense parenting in a politically correct world. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, Common Sense Parenting in a Politically Correct World. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on the Twitter machine. I'm a father, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but you don't either there, champ. Let's try and learn something together today. Website is dadmodepod.com. Twitter is @dadmode, or just use the hashtag dadmode. Now, joining us is a little sidekick, a little minion action, little Uncle Nick action, at Nicholson on Twitter. Hey.
Hey, Andy, how's it going today?
Now, you are a parenting enthusiast, hobbyist.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. I'm very excited to
Now,
start
what would you do if one of your exes came up to you and was like, hey, this is little Nikki, and you have like a 7-year-old kid just walking up to you. Looks exactly like you. Looks like the kid from Up. Or it looks like Manny from Modern Family.
That would be Nick Jr., right? Yeah.
Oh, Nick Jr. Yes.
Oh, my God, yeah. Hashtag Nick Jr., yep.
All right, so keeping up with the whole kid theme, take a little Nick topic episode, and you got a fun one. What you got?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so as you guys know, Andy lets me pick up topic every once in a while when I behave and I don't mess up a podcast
and when I'm lazy.
Too much. Today's episode I want to bring up was talking about child's youth and all the fairy tales we tell them about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, those sweet things that we do for the kids. When is it all right to tell them the truth? When does that imagination, and when do you give up on that? Because I was kind of curious, because I kind of grew up a little mature for my age, and I knew the truth much earlier than I should have, and I think you lose a little bit of the magic of it. You're out of touch with your peers of the magic of believing in Santa Claus. So I was just kind of curious, since Andy has a kid of his own right now, how long are you gonna let little Santa Claus play around in her head?
Now, is there any school of thought where none of these things exist? Like parents who raise their kids like straight up, no Santa, no Easter Bunny, here's your gifts, they're from mom and dad, no Tooth Fairy. Oh, you lost tooth? All right, here's a $1.
No, I think, and I was thinking about this because obviously we live in a country where all religions are accepted, and obviously Santa are pretty much Christian-themed beliefs.
Oh, Santa's not Christian. Santa's universal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. But like it's generally Christian, but all religions, everyone knows who Santa Claus is, and everyone knows around Christmas time, whether you're Jewish or Christian or what's the other one that's usually around
Muslim?
Christmas time?
Islam?
Kwanzaa. The black one.
Kwanzaa,
yes. They have that belief of, if you're good, Santa's going to come down on the 24th or 25th and put presents under your tree.
I never understood that line of thinking too. It's like, hey, kid, don't be a shithead for a while, and then you'll get material goods.
I mean, it must have been something parents thought of, like, all right, our kids are too fucking wild. We need some incentive.
Well, I never got the whole Easter bunny thing. So, Jesus died for our sins, and after 3 days, he rose again and ascended to heaven to sit at the right hand of the Father. Hey, let's have some ham, and a bunny's going to lay eggs all over the place.
Yeah, remind me, I should have Wikipedia the storyline of the Easter Bunny. I really don't know how that came to be. But I mean, I have two beautiful nieces who are 3 and 5 right now, and they look forward, during the holiday seasons for Santa Claus, for the Easter Bunny. I don't think any of them lost a tooth yet, but I think I have coworkers, their kids, when they lose a tooth, hey, you put your tooth under the pillow, tooth fairy's gonna leave your money, and yeah, sure, they throw a couple bucks in for a tooth. That's
Now, didn't that originally start out as like some sort of like cautionary tale or like horror story for kids?
the story of the tooth fairy.
Yeah, like it was like originally like a tooth demon, and he would come steal your teeth while you're sleeping, but he'd leave you money and make leave it on the dresser and make you feel really dirty like a prostitute. Or I might be completely making that up. I don't know.
This sounds like a sci-fi horror film, like Mega Shark versus the Tooth Fairy
Well,
or something.
I mean, it's going to be really fun, like convincing my child that things aren't real, but and then also the look on their face when they find out that it's false. But yeah, there's always going to be that sort of dick kid who, in like fourth grade, his parents don't love him anyways, so they're like, "Hey, we didn't get you anything, Santa didn't get you anything because you're a little terrible kid." And so, like January 4th or whenever they go back to school after break, they'll be like, "Hey, Santa doesn't exist." And like all the kids will tell them, shut up. And then, the kid starts, drinking like a hip flask of Jack because he's trying to drown his sorrows in fourth grade. So I fully expect kids to kind of chink away at the armor, especially as she gets older. But I'm sure we'll have some fun. I mean, Santa, let's see, when did you stop believing in Santa?
Well, that's what I'm trying to. Obviously, I have no good memory in my life whatsoever. So, I'm thinking it was early elementary school was I kind of realized something was up, and like obviously being the older I got, the more creative I was to try to catch Santa, and realizing that my parents are the ones who are lining the tree with presents. Was kind of that.
Yeah.
That's the truth that happened. But I mean, I was trying to. That's why I was hoping to ponder you and see what. Do you remember when you?
I think it was probably about fourth grade, but I do remember. Let's see, we usually have Christmas with my grandparents, and we'd always go over to their house Christmas Eve. We'd have a couple presents Christmas morning, but Christmas Eve was like the big time. Go to church, have a nice dinner, and I can remember. I want to say I was like 6, maybe 7, or something like that, and we were upstairs opening presents, just kind of hanging out, and then there was a big thud downstairs, and there's a chimney that ran to the downstairs, and I went down there, and there was this big fire truck down there. Now I haven't quite been able to piece together how they did the thud, because I'm pretty sure everyone was in the room, but my grandpa was also like an electrician and like had an engineering mind, so I wouldn't put it past him to have jerry rigged something up to on a timer, allow something, let something go, and then something just like bang against the duct, because that's exactly what it sounded like. Even though for some reason, as a stupid kid, I was like, "Oh, the duct is banging. That must mean there's something in the chimney." Yeah.
Was it like a person-sized chimney or?
No. Let's see, that was the thing. But it's the whole magic. Santa can get like really skinny, and then he gets fat again. It's almost like he's on Atkins. But see, that sort of like commitment is going to be fun. Like I can't wait to do that with Mugsy and other future kids and stuff, because I feel like it's just as much fun for the adults as it is for the kids. But there's a story on This American Life. It's like the NPR podcast about stories, and I remember it was a Christmas one, and it was this like borderline deranged dad who like really committed to the Santa thing. Even hired a homeless guy one year to pretend to be like a disoriented, like Alzheimer-y Santa. And there's even like a slaughtered deer that he made the kids go out and discover, out in the field. I'm basically paraphrasing here, but the kids are talking about how it completely ruined Christmas, because even when they were in college, they were still thinking that Santa was real, and it basically made them the ostracized weirdo in social circles, and how they're like seeing a psychiatrist now because of what their dad completely committed to the bit of Santa. And I feel like that's a little far. I feel like the whole what my parents and grandparents did with the ducks and the chimney, I think that's all fair game. But I think there probably is a line of demarcation, maybe like 5th or 6th grade, where it's time to get real.
because a lot of things there's that social acceptance of like, there are the friends who know the truth before the other friends, I mean, I wish there was like a set guideline, like, okay, welcome to 5th grade. You're going to learn how to do your multiplication tables, your division tables, and the truth about Santa Claus. I wish there would be a set line just so, everyone, so it'd be fair. So you don't have the kid who believes too much, or, you don't have that annoying kid a few years early who finds out the truth early and like wants to spoil it. Hey, Santa's not real, na 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 na, that type of thing. I wish like
yeah, I mean, that could ruin it, but also you don't want your kid, like 18 years old, at a senior class party, they're making fun of the kid because he still believes in Santa, and then he turns into that wrestling fan. Remember the clip? Is like, it's still real to me, damn it. I think it's a thing that will run its course. Like same with the Easter Bunny. I think Easter Bunny and Santa are kind of in the same vein. Whereas the Tooth Fairy, I mean, eventually they run out of baby teeth, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And see, that's always going to be difficult because I think I'm going to tell Mugsy, like, hey, instead of leaving the stupid tooth underneath your pillow, and then I have to get up at 4 a.m. to try and shank it out of there without you waking up, even though you're going to be sleeping one eye open. How about you just leave it on the nightstand? Or how about you just leave it in the bathroom? Because Tooth Fairy doesn't want to come creeping in your room, doesn't want to come scaring you. So just leave it in the bathroom, and then you'll find your... God, what is going right for a tooth nowadays?
I heard it's anywhere from like $2 to $5 a tooth.
I would be fine with a 5, but I know some people who are like giving $20 a tooth. I'm like, how many teeth your kids have?
Oh yeah.
Plus,
no,
what's a 7-year-old going to do with $20? I'll go get a eighth.
They could, and then it's available.
Homie scored a key. He's gonna fly.
You can send them on Amazon or something.
Yeah, there you go. And
I don't know. I mean, as I said, I worry about but obviously I think the moral of the story of it is really, keep the message of Santa around. I mean, it's, you want the kids to have that type of imagination. I mean, you don't think it's wrong to teach, to do that, to teach your kids about Santa, right?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Because, I mean, the whole premise of, be good and you'll get rewarded is, I know that I made fun of that earlier, a little tongue-in-cheek, but I think that is, a good message. Well, it should be one that you spread, year-round, or, just be a good person. But, Christmas especially, I always do like the holidays because it does seem like people are nicer, more tolerant, and just overall just more pleasant to be around. And I do want Mugsy and like the kids to get into that spirit. And of course then you go to the mall, you see Santa, and then you write letters to Santa and all the other good stuff. And then the wife and I just abscond it and be like, here's the hit list. We're just going to order everything on Amazon through the Dad Mode Pod link, and boom, there you go.
Let's see. So Mugsy will be how old at Christmas this year? So 6 months. She'll be about 6 months, I think. Sure. So will you take her to get pictures taken with Santa? This first year, or will you wait till she's more toddler?
God, I'm also kind of like not looking forward to like that whole Santa mall mob thing, because not only do you have like 200 kids queued in line to go see Santa, but then you got 250 sets of suburban soccer moms being like, we've been waiting in line for so long. I'm already out of caribou and yada, yada, yada. But I don't know, maybe we'll just go on a Tuesday. Again, with the whole work flexibility, I can take Mugsy to the mall on Tuesday. Oh, but Crystal will want to be there too. Shoot.
You're going to be in lines with all the Aidens and Jadens and Cadens?
Aidens, Jadens, and Cadens and their gosh darn jerk-off parents, and it's going to be fantastic.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah. Why isn't this line moving?
Okay, the thing is, you help me get a Santa suit, and then
I was just gonna say, you're jolly enough for the rest of us. Let's get you a Santa suit, And it just makes
beard.
it just makes more sense to buy. I mean, if you rent multiple years in a row.
Oh yeah, no.
That could be your thing. You could be Santa.
It's still another part-time.
You could be the mall Santa /
I'm
Uber
gonna become
driver.
Santa Claus.
Yeah. Uber Santa.
Uber
Ooh,
Santa.
you could dress the Hyundai up as a sleigh.
Get find some reindeer I could attach to my Hyundai and spray paint my Hyundai red.
Right, now,
so it looks like a sleigh.
Easter Bunny, I feel like, isn't as elaborate as Santa. I mean, it's a similar vein in, you go to sleep, all of a sudden you wake up, there's like Easter basket full of like candy and like coins and like cash and stuff like that. Like, what was your Easter experience?
I mean, it was always the Easter basket somewhere in the house. It was like it was hidden somewhere in the house, always in the house, and there would just be candy in there. No coins for me.
Now, did you have an Easter egg hunt as a kid?
I didn't. I initiated it with my younger cousins on my mom's side. I was the one who hid the eggs in our house and around our house, and like when the family would come over, they would stick like the aunts and uncles knew to keep them in the front, and then like
Party in the back.
I'd be like, I'd have baskets ready, like, here guys go. Easter Bunny left all these eggs out there, but only get a certain amount so everyone can have the same amount. So
so
collect 12 eggs.
So you're like a communist Easter egg party.
It made sense for I had to do it that way.
Did you catch that communist Easter egg party?
I saw that.
All right, come on, fine.
I heard that.
Now, what are some other like fictional characters? Yeah, I forget. Like Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, Santa.
Those were the three that I could think of. Ironically, I got all those from like that one Disney movie, that Guardians. What was it like?
Guardians of the Easter Galaxy.
Yeah. What was
Hey.
what was that Guardians movie? Yes.
This is great radio.
Yeah, I know. No, I don't exactly have a desk here, so I'm not like not like in front of my laptop, just being able to research stuff as I go. I'm sitting on my bed, so.
Oh, well, there you go. When did, as far as like Tooth Fairy goes, what did you get as a kid?
Tooth Fairy, we just got straight cash, homie.
Yeah, how much though?
I think like $1 or $2. I don't think I ever got more than $5 for a tooth. Yeah, today's kids I hear are getting, they said at least $5, up to 20. I think 20 if it's like a first tooth or a tooth that they pull out themselves.
Yeah. Now, I had an adult tooth knocked out when I was, gosh, what age? I want to say like maybe 12 or something like that. So I was demanding cash payment, but my dad was like, nah. Mostly because we're going to the dentist now to get your tooth fixed. But so, nah.
That was the first time you had to pay.
Yeah. I mean, that's weak. It's kind of weak. A tooth is a tooth. Should be.
See, the Sandman. I don't know if I would count that as something that for kids.
What, Metallica?
No, for the imaginary, person, that kids believe in. Boogeyman, that's horror. That doesn't really count.
What about Leprechaun?
Leprechaun maybe Leprechaun. I would almost say
I am the Leprechaun.
Yeah, I will include that. The whole every time you see a rainbow, there's gold at the end of the rainbow. So you'd want to go and if you see a rainbow, you want to take a look. Let's get in the car. Let's go drive to the so we can get a pot of gold or
now,
something.
If there really was a pot of gold at the end of every rainbow, since there's like multiple rainbows after every rain shower, that would really decrease the value of gold, since the quantity would greatly increase. And so, what's the point?
Yeah, as a kid, that's the one thing everyone thinks about.
Yeah.
Oh, the amount of gold and the
you think of the economics of the discovery of these pots of gold. So what would really be in your best interest would be to get your pot of gold or multiple pots of gold and then go around rainbow hunting and then murdering everyone else who tries to pick up the gold.
Yeah, that's not something I think most kids.
Yeah, and then you keep that gold off the market, and then that way the equilibrium price would be much higher.
And that would be our microeconomics episode.
No, that's more macro. But no, it's like at the end of the Grapes of Wrath when they're burning the perfectly good tomatoes. It's because they want to keep the quantity, down so they can keep the price up. So that's why they're burning all the food in front of these starving people.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen Grapes of Wrath, so.
All right, so we got from Santa, Easter Bunny to the Grapes of Wrath.
Seems like a good leeway to it. Yeah, I can't think of any other mythical things that children believe in that would work in.
Did you ever do the Elf on the Shelf?
No, I've never done that. I
think that's stupid.
What is it?
Mostly because I didn't do it as a kid, and I feel deep down I feel deprived. But I don't even know what it is. All right, so you have Elf on the Shelf. That's all I know.
So I feel like it's nothing.
No, I think it's like some sort of stupid game. Like it gets moved around. I think Di plays this with their kids. Maybe that's why it annoys me too.
Because Di does it.
Those kids are spoiled, man. Di would have been a great mom. Yeah. Now, as far as like Santa, now determining how far I'm going to take it, like, am I going to set up a little? Well, I think if you showed up in the Santa costume, I think they'll know what's up. So maybe I should hire the hobo, have it be a rotating hobo every single year. I need to contact the Hobo Alliance.
Yeah, there's an alliance of hobos.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you should do that.
But I'm down for like the whole clanging and banging, and all of a sudden there's a present near the chimney thing. I mean, I feel like that's fun. Or as a way to on Christmas Eve night, like you sneak outside with the giant roof snow shovel, and then you just drag it horizontally across the roof for the appearance of sleigh tracks.
So you gonna let your kid go on the roof?
No, I would do it. And besides, it wouldn't be on the roof. It's one of those scrapers.
Yeah. I know, but I mean, like, are you gonna let your kid go on the roof to see that? Oh, look, these are the tracks.
No. It'll be very clear from the ground. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll just get a bucket of like deer shit and just throw it all over the yard. They spent a lot of time here. They must have got into the jambalaya I left out for them.
Are you gonna leave cookies out for Santa?
Yeah, I think you gotta do that.
Cookies and milk, and then
cookies, milk, and all right. So this is always weird because my parents always left like lipstick on the glass of milk. I'm like, from early age, I was like, all right. So why is Santa dressing up like a woman?
Santa has some really dirty secrets.
Or be like watching Law and Order and be like, oh, let's take this glass to the lab. Let's get some prints.
No, I think it'd be. I would almost assume eventually there'll be an instance on the news where like a father is found dead because the kid who was trying to catch Santa Claus spiked the milk with some type of like
ricin.
Yeah, like the dad like drank it and just like, or like they food poisoned the cookies or something. So Santa wouldn't be able to get away because obviously every kid wants to kidnap Santa, so they can get all the presents to themselves.
Now I'm waiting for this, since we're such a stupid and litigious society, for some kid to sue his parents for perpetrating the lie that is Santa Claus.
Oh, I like that one. That's actually pretty believable.
And what's stupid is that I like that our legal system allows for any sort of lawsuit to be filed, and that it gives us our freedom to litigate, but also then the stupid ass lawsuits just coming in and jamming up the system, because you know what's going to happen if it hasn't already happened anyways. I haven't Googled, but you know it's coming. And you know that there's some lawyer who will take on the case.
Well, yeah, it's going to make a name for themselves, but they're going to be really disappointed when, the 7-year-old, 8-year-old kid's not going to be able to pay the lawyer anything.
He's going to take on contingency. He really thinks he can put the screws to the parents.
Lawyers ruining parents and relationships since 1776.
No, I am waiting for it.
That's scary.
Oh, take it to the People's Court. You got Judge Judy up there? Or no? Oh, Judge Judy is just Judge Judy. Okay.
Yeah, Judge Judy would do it.
Dun, 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 dun. This is the plaintiff, little Joey Thomas. His parents lied to him, said that Santa was real. He believed so until 9 years old. He's seeking damages for mental and physical anguish in excess of $25 million. Dun, 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 dun. You know it's coming.
And then Judge Judy's going to be like, okay, if the parents promise to buy you an Xbox 360, not the Xbox One, then will you settle the case? Deal done.
Now, why are you so concerned about Santa Claus? Why is this such a big issue for you, son? Because I just want to believe in something good. My parents took it away from me. They've ruined my ability to wonder and dream about what is more than beyond the stupid, terrible rock and the stupid, terrible life. Don't you live in Malibu? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, we do. Case closed. Rule in favor of the defendants.
That was a really good Judge Judy impersonation.
I'm pretty sure she's from Brooklyn. I think she makes like $15 million a year for doing that show.
Oh, no, yeah. She makes a lot of money.
It's nuts.
I mean, okay, to really be off topic, I mean, for that type of show, I mean, like, who wants to bring their problems in front of other people on TV? I'm sorry. I feel like you're inviting yourself to have that trouble.
A lot of the times it's just like civil. Well, obviously they're like civil or small claims courts because you're not going to do a criminal trial in that setting. But I think it is more because I don't think they're paid. If they are, it's something nominal and maybe like travel accommodations. But other than that, I think it's just people want to have their 5 or 15 seconds of fame. And they don't even mind that they're like the stupid plaintiff or defendant in some very frivolous lawsuit that's going to make you feel very stupid on national television. You'd be like, oh, I'm on TV, baby.
Okay. So this all goes back to Santa, right?
No, not really. So maybe we should check out of there. But overall, I'm going to perpetrate the myth of Santa, Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy. Tooth Fairy will take care of itself because she'll run out of teeth. Easter and Santa, maybe 4th, 5th grade, somewhere in there.
Don't you like my idea though? I mean, I'm saying they should have it should be like a school meeting where all the kids get together. Because you don't want, because that's it. Because kids are finding out at different ages and different times in their lives, and you don't want your kid to be like the last one. Maybe I mean, obviously there's a social stigma of like, do you want to be that young kid who still believes when everyone else doesn't?
Now, actually, going back to lawyers, say that the dad is on trial for murder and he's on the stand, even though a lot of times murder defendants don't take the stands. And then the prosecutor is just being a dick because he knows that the kids in the audience is like, Mr. Wallace, is it true or false that Santa Claus is not real? And then I'll remind you, Mr. Wallace, that you are under oath. Then I'd be like, Santa's not real. Gasps from the crowd. Single tear rolling down the child's eye. She doesn't even care that Daddy's going away for murder. She just cares that he killed Santa Claus. Oh, it's a double homicide
now. This seems like a Titus episode or something.
No, this is we need to write TV shows because this is fantastic.
We should.
All right. Speaking of which, you should buy the DVD box set of Judge Judy on Amazon. using our Amazon link. Top left corner of dadmodpod.com. Click it. It'll take you to Amazon through our link. Bookmark that and just buy all your Judge Judy crap. Buy it. Nick, are you going to buy your Santa costume through Amazon?
Yeah, I think I will.
I think
probably
you should.
the only one that probably has my size.
I think you should. There you go. Make sure you tell a friend about Dad Mode Podcast. We are, slowly but surely getting there, building up a little audience, a little rapport, as it will. We're gonna make Nick a household name before he launches his own podcast, The Hollywood Son, which has been how many years in development?
God, I think at least 2 years. I think.
Hollywood Kid.
Yeah, I have scripts on my laptop. Once I get a new laptop, I need more storage space to hold all these files. So, hopefully, maybe by 2016, I'll have something drafted up for you.
And show is available on iTunes. Give us a subscribe, give us a rate, 5-star preferably, and give us a review. First person to write in the reviews, when is Hollywood Son podcast coming out? I will send you $1 on PayPal. There you go. Fun times. Follow us on Twitter at DadModePod. Uncle Nick is at Nickason, and I am at Andy Carlson Show. Website is dadmodepod.com. But we're out here. Be a man, be a father, go Dad Mode. We'll see you next time. Mr. Wallace killed Santa Claus.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go Dad Mode. The music is created and produced by deeB. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/deeB.